Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go. Let's do this. Check with the Pittsburgh. 59. I hope you brought your legs because I'm about to take you through. Check.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Reroll. Check. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 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 hey.
Stafford. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
3rd down and 7.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Smooth. Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Oh, yeah.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Here we go with Johnson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 52.
Here's Geis. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Check my 40. I'm here all day. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Over. Me. Mike's 40.
Going to give it to Love. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You got 3 down. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Touchdown, defense.
2nd down and goal. Haskins. He's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
4 down, check, 4 down. Hey. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's not going to get me. Check 24. Check 24.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Third down. Here's Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A first carry now for Thompson. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Let's go. Damon Harrison on the stop. It's a pickup of 3.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Check, 42's the mark. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. SOS. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Here we go.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Let's go now. Kill.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. No. Watch twist.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Watch the shot.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. To Thompson on the screen. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike, check, 59.
They run with Geis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They come out here in the eye. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Check. Check out route.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
36. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Stop your... Hey, 54. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Let it happen.
Stafford.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. James has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even getting... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Back to throw. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They go play action with Haskins. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. And the Redskins first down.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
No. Check 99. Check you draw Corker.
Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 35-yard line.
A good passing down here, and they send three receivers to the right of the formation on second down. On second down, here's Haskins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On first down, it's Haskins. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards. And the Redskin first down.
Come on, set. Let's get. No. It's our time. It's our time. Slam. Hey. Slam. Zip it. Roar. Go. Get a roll. Rest.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for two.
Let's go, D. Jump. Let's go.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Landon Collins. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Go. Safety's creeping. Lights, people.
They'll run with Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Keep it up, guys. Mike, 51.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set, 280. 51. Alert. We want it. Come to my work.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to fire one deep up. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Geis. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. to the ground on first. It's Geis. He leaps over him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Out top. Go.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Geis. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Stay 50, stay 50. Check 37, check 37. Hey, easy. 59. Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. Haskins trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards.
A pickup on the play of 54 yards. And the Redskin first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a toss. This is Geis. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year. Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.